Hello, everybody. Today, I want to talk to you about how you can install a Argo application from a Helm chart hosted on a different repo, right? The idea of Argo CD continuous deployment is you put together all your YAMLs in a repo that has everything you need for that application to work. Pause, deployments, ingress, what have you. You have it all in one place in a repo, and every time you do a new commit merge or new commit and you merge it into master branch, it automatically knows that and grabs the new version and deploys them to your predefined cluster in namespace in your Kubernetes cluster. So that creates this continuous deployment flow, right? Because anytime there's a change, it goes into Kubernetes cluster, new deployments are created, no pods are created, and your users are getting the new version of the app based on this source of truth. Now, you can do this in a repo or in a path where you just store all your YAMLs, right? That's one way of doing it. But what if you have a Helm chart that has already all the definition that you need, all the codes that you need for your application? All you want to do is define an application that's a term in Argo that whose source is coming from a Helm chart. So that's what we're going to do today. So to do this, we need an alpha-enabled Kubernetes cluster. I should already have that. And the computer's a little slow today. All right, so I have access to an alpha-enabled, and there's a whole different set of videos for that. What is alpha-enabled cluster? I have that Argo CD is installed, which it is. We can see that by running kget all -n Argo CD. In Argo CD namespace, you have all the resources that you need for this to work. Maybe there's a dash. And it's taking its sweet time. Oh, I don't think it's installed. So let me install that. And let me go to a different folder here. CD. Let me install that. I'll pause the video and come back to it in just a minute. All right, back to the video. It's a bonus. You get to see how I can create, how I can install Argo CD on my cluster. Create a namespace. And then we apply this YAML that is readily available on the documentation for Argo CD. And we run that, and that installs all we need for our original purpose of this video, which is to install an application using Helm chart. So that should be done. In the meantime, what I'm going to do is I am going to grab this YAML file and put it into a file, and that should do the trick. Okay, apply -fa.yaml. You can ignore the warnings, those are non-material. So now if I do kget application, which is the name for Argo CD resource, from any namespace, I should see one application created already. Yeah, there's the Argo CD application. The namespace in Argo CD, the name of the application is Apache. Now quickly, let's take a look at what's in there, right? So what it's doing, it's defining an application kind that's is the equivalent of would be a pod or deployment. And then in there, a finalizer don't matter. Well, I'll do a different video on that. That has to do with deletion of the resources. Here it says source is here. So source for this application is coming from a chart named my-apache. The repo in which this Helm chart is kept is this, and the version of this. And the destination is namespace Apache, and then and the server is this, which is our default Kubernetes server. So that's how you install an application, Argo CD application, using Helm chart on a repo. I will see you in the next video.